years ago, South Tama surprised Waverly Shamrock and ended their year early right here on this same field. Don't for a moment think the Go Hawks have forgotten that. They will be sharp tonight because they know what happens if you aren't at your sharpest. Baseball's a funny game. Anybody can win on a night. Not everybody can win on most nights, but anybody can win on a night. It's a single elimination tournament. If you win, you move on to the next round. If you lose, it's all done. So can the Go Hawks play 3 days from now right here, or will it just be done after tonight? We'll find that out. We'll get you ready for this game with a conversation with Coach B.J. Hermson. We'll take a look at the right seed field report. We'll meet the lineups, and we have a special feature for you, all of some of the best plays from the regular season. That's coming up in a highlight package that you're really going to enjoy in just a bit. It's Waverly Shamrock hosting South Tama in the postseason. It's the Sub-State quarterfinals right here on the K-Way Sports Network.
It's a name you know with a 1-2.
Rolling Forward in Shell Rock is proud to support the Go Hawks. Hi, this is Greg Stockdale. Visit our championship team at Rolling Forward. Like the Go Hawks, the staff at Rolling Forward is dedicated, skilled, and will go above and beyond for you. Whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle or servicing your vehicle, trust the championship team at Rolling Forward. Good luck, Go Hawks, from all of us at Rolling Forward in Shell Rock.
We get you rolling.
Welcome back to Go Hawk Baseball. As we enter postseason action, let's listen to some of the regular season highlights.
And there's a ball hitting the right field. It will bounce. Chansky throws to first. He got him! A 9-3 putouts. You don't see that more than once every couple of years as an announcer, and I just watched him do it. Ball flown into left center field. This one is tracking back, and it is goodbye. Home run number 1 for the Go Hawks on the season. The pitch hit up the middle. That's all she wrote. The Go Hawks win 11-1 as Stockdale knocks in Hofer to end the game. Next pitch, inside, hit high, hit hard, into left field. This one's back, and kiss it goodbye. A home run. Next pitch, flown high in the air to left field. This ball is being run down by the center fielder. Over his head! Ethan Hennings with a bases clearing triple. Hey, that's a way to do it. A bases clearing triple for the 9-hitter Ethan Hennings, and the Go Hawks are up. Runner at second, not really being held on as there's a fastball. Looper on his horse trying to get into his grave, and it goes into this outfield grass. A throw from center from Hofer. Got him! What a play! Aiden Hofer guns him at the plates. Ball hit hard into left field. This one is sent sailing, and that's going to be an extra base hit from Jacob Lord. Boy, do you feel good about that. Lord's going to stop at second. Oh, he's not. He was given the brakes, but he's going to go to third and get a triple. He ran right through a BJ stop sign and got a triple. Another run on the board for the Go Hawks. They lead 9-2. Jacob Lord tattooed that baseball into left center field. Hit in the right field. That one is fair. That should clear the bases. It goes all the way to the corner. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. Through waving Graven. There's going to be a play at the plate. He is out. But a 2-run double by Dylan Stockdale. Hit down the right side. Diving for it as Rose doesn't get to it. Chansky backs it up, throws home. There it is. He got him. What a play by Chansky. Rose dove for it. Chansky came in after the single, came up throwing, guns out. Gilbert at the plate. Fly ball into deep left center field. This one's way back, and kiss it goodbye. A solo home run for Chansky. His 3rd of the season, and the Go Hawks get a run back on a big bomb. Line, kick, delivery. Go Hawks win. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 11 strikeout, complete game victory for the Go Hawks. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Punch out city for the Go Hawks. 19 of the 21 outs via strikeouts between Chansky and Nolan Foster, and the Go Hawks win 7-0. Foster hits another high one into left field. Should be a play for Thompson. Goes all the way to the fence. It's out of here. A home run. Nolan Foster, the freshman, with a 3-run home run. A a chance of being caught, but it just kept sailing, and it goes into the pine trees and left. Ball hit into left field, coming in and diving and making the grab is Dylan Stockdale. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Go Hawks win. A comeback in the 7th inning, down by 3. The Go Hawks score 4 runs in the 7th.
We'll be back with more of the pregame after this on the K-Way Sports Network.
Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing in Waverly is who to call for your full range of automotive services to keep your car running smoothly. Dale Service offers quick oil changes, full mechanic services, including custom exhaust, tune-ups, brakes, alignments, suspension service, air conditioning service, and more. Stop by today for a free estimate. Dale Service also has 24-hour towing and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 230-3081 in case of emergency. For exceptional auto repair in Waverly, give Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing a call today.
Sub-state action has begun. It's the quarterfinals. Waverly Shark, the 2 seed, taking on 7 seed South Tama. Talking now with Coach B.J. Hermson. And first of all, before we get into tonight's game, how big was it for you guys to beat number 8 Cedar Falls in comeback fashion leading into this?
You know, it was a really big confidence booster, I would say. Just the way we were able to come back, and then not only that, finish it off too. Like I said, good confidence booster for our kids moving forward here.
And now you come in, you take on South Tama, and you're putting your ace out there in Chance Key. Why'd you want to make sure you put your number 1 out?
You know, at the end of the day, you got to win this one. Nothing's guaranteed tomorrow, so obviously Chance, you know, we're going to put him out there, let him do his thing and see what happens.
Now, when it comes to see what happens, how much are you going to look at pitch count and score to see whether you might be able to save him for possible relief in the next game, or is this his game?
This is his game. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, we got to win this one. Game situation might dictate that a little bit, but at the end of the day, we got to win this one to advance to the next round, so Chance is going to be our guy.
Last time you guys played these guys, obviously you weren't the coach then, but in 2020, you were the better team, but they were the better team that night. You know, they found a lot of holes. You guys didn't find a lot of holes. I mean, that's baseball. Some nights you hit them at them, and some nights they don't. So what have you talked with your guys about in that regard?
Just playing our game. At the end of the day, just staying loose, having fun, playing Go Hawk baseball like we have all year. Pressure might go up a little bit here, and that's kind of what we did, a little bit of situational work last night, just trying to get the heart rate up, trying to make plays on defense. So at the end of the day, just playing Go Hawk baseball and doing our thing.
Coach Hermson, does your coaching style change in these one-game playoff series?
I wouldn't say so. Obviously, there's a little sense of urgency that needs to be factored in, so that's obviously going to come into play a little bit. But again, I want our guys playing loose, having a little bit of fun. They know what's at stake. They understand that. We got a good group of seniors that understand that. I feel like their leadership roles have really come together here these last few weeks, and so having them come along with that leadership part, that'll only help us.
What have you done to have fun?
Just staying loose. You know, yesterday throwing the football around a little bit before we get started, just some little things like that where everybody's involved, and you know, I feel like the team camaraderie is really good on this team, and so just using that and, you know, moving forward with that.
How's speaking of loose, how's Dewey?
So Dewey's going to play the field today. As far as PT goes, that was what was recommended to him today. So, I mean, we'll gladly take him in the field. He's obviously a very good first baseman, very important for us over there. So I would say him being in the field is better than him being on the bench, and so we'll gladly take that.
Are the keys to tonight's game the first and second inning?
I mean, game of baseball can't be won in the first and second inning, but you can certainly lose it. And so, kind of like we've talked about earlier in the year, you know, getting ahead early in the game, I think, is obviously very beneficial. Builds momentum for our side, especially in a single elimination tournament like this. You got to get on top and stay on top. And so, if we're able to push a couple runs across early in the game, I think that'll be very helpful for us.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you afterward.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt.
And that's Coach B.J. Hermson as Waverly Shark is hosting South Tama in the regional quarterfinals right here on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Tamala Johnson, principal at St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly. I invite you to discover what academic, emotional, and spiritual growth opportunities St. Paul's can provide your children. If you're interested in school choice and giving your child a well-rounded educational opportunity in a Christian setting, please visit our website or call and ask about our educational and scholarship programs. St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly is an accredited institution where Christian faith and learning go hand in hand.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Waverly Shorrock hosting South Tama as both coaches have met with the home plate umpires, and now it's time to meet the starters for both squads. Let's begin with the South Tama Trojans. They're coached by Seth Cook, assisted by Jared Bridgewater. They send out this group of young fellas. Leading off and playing shortstop is Kyler Smith. Daniel Weiss is at second. Jordan Bly at third. Batting cleanup is Gavin Bridgewater, the catcher. The five-hitter is designated hitter Kyle Finch. He hits for right fielder Tyrus Clegg. The six-hitter pitcher Jacob Collison. Nolan Yuba is in left field, followed by Dryson Henley at first base, and then Logan Schmidt is batting ninth and playing center field. South Tama with their baby blue tops, white lettering and numbering, says Trojans across their chest, white sleeves, white pants, with white caps with a baby blue bill, and then the STC in blue on the front. They're showing baby blue stirrup socks with the white undersock. Now for the Go Hawks, coached by B.J. Hermson, assisted by Malcolm Newell, Nate Hying, and Ryan Wisty Willis. They send out this group of young men. Leading off and playing left field, Dylan Stockdale. Ethan Hennings is in center field, followed by Carson Graven at shortstop. The cleanup hitter is pitcher Chance Key. Abram Rage is behind the dish. Batting sixth and playing ninth is Aiden Hofert. Jacob Lord is at third base. The eight hitter is Lance Myers. He's a designated hitter, hitting for Corbin Dewey, who plays first base. As you heard Coach say, Corbin's ready to play the field, not ready to hit yet. And then Sam Rose is in the 9 spot batting, and the second baseman for the Go Hawks. Go Hawks in their white tops, white bottoms, pinstripe, the black pinstripes with the black WSR with gold trim on their left breast. Their hats are white with a black bill and a black WSR with gold trim on the front. The umpires are wearing their blue tops with the gray slacks. That's how the teams look. Now let's take a look at how the field looks. It's time for the right seed field report. You always have perfect field conditions when you plant Merchman and Whiffles hybrids from Right Seed Company in Waverly. It's 340 down the lines, 360 the power alleys, 380 the straightaway center field. The outfield grass looks great. The infield is field turf, so it's always great. The weather is great as well. There's a 73% humidity. The dew point is 69. The wind is blowing from the east-northeast, so from the right field pole to the left field pole at 9 miles per hour. Just really a breeze. And it's 78 degrees. Mostly sunny skies over our head. There are some white puffy clouds out, but it looks like a perfect day for baseball. That's the Right Seed field report. You'll always have perfect field conditions when you plant Merchman and Whiffles hybrids from Right Seed Company in Waverly. The crowd looks good here tonight. See a lot of fans that are just Go Hawk fans. Maybe they don't have a kid or a relative or a neighbor out there, but they're ready to watch the Go Hawks because it's the playoffs, baby. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. Yeah, the winner will play right here on the 11th. That's Monday at 7 o'clock against either Clear Creek Amana, the 3 seed, or 6 seed Charles City. That's going to be a toss-up game, I think. I think Clear Creek Amana the better team. But Charles City, as you know, is a tough squad. Gave the Go Hawks all they can handle. The Go Hawks won 3 of those games by 1 run in the 4-game series with them. And now everybody looks to center field to face the flag as we're ready to hear our national anthem. Let's take a listen to the PA announcer and our anthem.
Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
will play ball. It's Waverly Shark versus South Tama with a ticket to the next round of the Sub-State playoffs on the line. You're listening to Go Hawk postseason baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
Attention do-it-yourselfers. Whether your to-do plans call for a quick fix-up or for a major project, stop first at Janesville Lumber. Janesville Lumber is everything you need, like tools, paint, and all the supplies to get you started. Best of all, their experts can help answer all your questions to make sure you have the right items. So before you roll up your sleeves and get to work, stop first at Janesville Lumber. Proud to support Janesville High School and community events. Janesville Lumber.
Imagine a world with slow internet, where your Netflix locks up, your podcasts won't play, and stop! That sounds unbearable. Luckily, you've got Butler Bremer Communications. In fact, we were just designated a smart rural community. This means we're a top-performing broadband provider, and with direct fiber connections and up to 200 meg download and upload speeds, you've got everything you need to work, play, and stream as much as you want online. Learn more at butler-bremer.com today.
The anthem's been sung. The pregame festivities are done. It's time to play a little baseball. The Go Hawks have taken the field looking like this. From left to right in the outfield, Dylan Stockdale in left, Ethan Hennings in center, Aiden Hofert in right. Around the horn, Jacob Lord at third, Carson Graven at short, Sam Rose at second. Corbin Dewey is back at first base. The battery has Abram Rage behind the dish, and the pitcher is left-hander Chance Key. He's a senior with a 4-2 record. He's thrown 38 2/3 innings. Opponents bat only 161 against him. His ERA is 1.81. Here's the ridiculous number. He struck out 73 guys, led the conference in strikeouts, only walked 18 and hit 2. That's the stats for left-handed power pitcher Chance Key. The Go Hawks as a squad, they bat 291. South Tama bats 251 as a team, and leading things off for them will be Kyler Smith. Smith is a senior batting 295. South Tama only has 2 kids batting over 300 as the pitch is inside. Ball 1. First pitch comes at 6:58 as we're just a couple minutes ahead of schedule here at Hurdle Field. Sitting in a Peterson press box on top of Harms Stadium. Here's the wind, kick, delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 as Key gets his first strike of the evening. Getting a good crowd here. A lot of people sitting in the stands, obviously. Some people sitting beyond the left field and right field fences as well. More on the right field side than the left fielders. Evergreens in left field and right field, and straight beyond center field, the Eisenach Village area. The ball batted over the head of the second baseman Rose, and just getting into the grass, a leadoff single for South Tama. Good poke the other way by Kyler Smith. We have lacrosse fields back beyond here, and others flags, pennants on either side of the American flag that are gold. Daniel Weiss comes up to bat. Weiss is a sophomore batting 247, so leadoff single. That'll give South Tama a little bit of confidence against one of the premier pitchers in this portion of the state, at least. Chance Key fires home. There's a bunt. Goes right back to Key. You can get him at second. No, he goes to first. Would have been a tougher play to throw, and his momentum's carrying him toward first, so he made the good decision to get what he could get. That's out number 1. For a moment, I thought he was going to throw it to second, though, and get the lead runner. It was an opportunity, but I think he just, considered the risk and made the decision. Jordan Bly up to bat. He bats a team best 368. He's got 3 home runs, no home runs, but 3 triples that leads the team, and 21 RBIs. That also leads the team as he swings and misses at a ball that dips underneath his bat. 1 out, runner at second base. Top of the first inning, no score so far in this sub-state quarterfinal game. Chance Key going from the stretch. Looks at the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Right down the outside corner. Strike 2. That one just went straight down the line and exactly where Chance Key was throwing. It's always a nice feeling when you're a catcher and you don't have to move the pud. The 0-2. Got him on the outside corner. Ring him up, sir. That's out number 2. That's a great pitch. 2 outs now in a game brought to you by Rolling Forward, Cedar Valley ENT Clinics, Waverly Health Center, Dillaboo Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, and St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School.
Gavin Bridgewater.
Gavin Bridgewater is sophomore, batting .347. He's one of the two guys batting over .300 for South Tama. He's also got 21 RBIs as he's tied for the team lead. He's a right-handed hitter. Get 2 outs, runner at second. Key throws home. Top of the zone, called strike to Bridgewater. Chance Key's been remarkable. Had 11 strikeouts and 12 chances. The only kid he didn't strike out against Southwind grounded the ball back to him. That was unbelievable. Had 14 strikeouts at Decorah. This ball swung and foul tipped, 0-2. He's been unhittable. I mean, you look up unhittable in the dictionary, you might see his face there. He's just been that good as of late. And the right time, because at the beginning of the year he labored. He didn't have his best stuff. Got wins, but just didn't pitch his best. I think of like West Delaware. He wasn't Chance Key. He's Chance Key now. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Go Hawks will go to bat. 1 hit, none scored. 0-0 on the K-Way Sports Network.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network. K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Mom, I don't feel good. My throat hurts.
I think I caught the bug going around the office.
Hi, honey, Jess rolled her ankle at her game. I think we need to go to the walk-in clinic to get it checked out. I'll meet you there.
When you need care today, the walk-in clinic at Waverly Health Center is here for you. Get exceptional local care with on-site labs and x-ray from skilled and friendly healthcare providers without waiting for an appointment. Our experienced nurse practitioners and physician assistants are ready to help with those unforeseen sprains, strains, and sniffles. Located on 9th Street Southwest in Waverly, Iowa, the walk-in clinic is open when you need it, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointments are needed. You can even check in online at waverlyhealthcenter.org/check-in. Convenient, comprehensive, and the care you need close to home. The walk-in clinic at Waverly Health Center. Big city care, small town comfort.
No score as South Tama will take the field for the first time. The Trojans look like this from left to right in the outfield. It's Nolan Yuba in left, Logan Schmidt in center, Tyrus Clegg in right. Around the horn, Jordan Bly at third, Kyler Smith at short, Daniel Weiss at second, Drayson Henley at first. Gavin Bridgewater is the catcher, and tonight's pitcher is senior Jacob Collison. He's got a 2-4 record. He's thrown 36 in the third inning. His opponents bat .219 against him. His ERA is 4.05. He's a big strikeout guy. 51 strikeouts in 36 in the third innings. He's walked 18 and hit 3. So he's not a guy who has a lot of struggles with control. It looks like he's a pretty decent pitcher. Let's see how the Go Hawks do against him. He's a right-hander. He's wearing a compression sleeve, a black one on his right arm. Back in the day, that was a no-no. You could not do it. It's against the rules. They've changed the rules. If I remember right, you couldn't do it at all. And then sports like basketball and baseball started to let you wear beige, but now you can wear different colors. And it was kind of a thing. You didn't want any different colors out there to confuse anybody, but he's out there wearing it. Dylan Stockdale will lead off. He's batting .405, the only Go Hawk over .400. Curveball hits the tip-top inside corner of the strike zone, called strike 1. Chansky's going to love the fact that one was called the strike. Not a bad call, but it's a call you want to get if you're a pitcher. Collison starts ahead. Pitch outside, 1-1. Good job by Stockdale not swatting at that. Stockdale's quietly had a really, really good season. I mean, I say quietly because sometimes he's just so consistent that you forget to laud him. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2 the count. He's batting .405 with a .518 on-base percentage while slugging .514. He's got 27 RBIs. 27 RBIs batting from the 1 or 2 spot all year. That's just a lot of good stats. Curveball hit on the ground, second base side. Fielded by Weiss. He'll throw to first. It's dropped. And then that's that on-base percentage. He gets on. It's going to hurt that beautiful batting average, but he'll take it every day of the week. And get back to Stockton. He just has done things right so consistently this year. He's been steady Eddie, and the Go Hawks have benefited from that. I'm sure maybe he's not been lauded by everybody as much as he should, but his teammates The coaches certainly have. Ethan Hennings up to bat. Hennings, a senior, batting .271, leads the team with 4 triples on the season. Boy, what a wealth of speed at the top of the lineup. Stockdale and Hennings, and then Graven behind them. That's a lot of guys. And that's not a bad relay team. You have one more guy, and that's a pretty good relay team. This show bunt going back to second is Stockdale. I don't believe the bunt. I believe Stockdale will try to steal. Stockdale is 32 of 33 in stolen base chances this year. So you got to love a guy who gets on more often than not and they can steal a bag. Here he goes. Bunt shown, pull back, strike call, no throw as the catcher was distracted by the fake bunt, and Stockdale has second base, and it's an 0-1 count to Ethan Hennings. Might you bunt Stockdale over to third here? I don't think they will necessarily, but it's not a bad idea. A lot of room on the left side of the infield. So the shortstop's holding, curveball, swung and missed by Hennings. It's kind of a slower curveball, not a bad little curve. As Hennings tried as hard as he could to keep his weight back, just couldn't keep it back long enough. 0-2 the count. See if Ethan Hennings can put it into play. And Collison did enough to get Stockdale out. He just didn't get the help behind him. So there's nobody out. Swing and a miss, drop third strike. Hennings is going to get to first, and Stockdale goes over to third. Stockdale's thinking about scoring on that. The pitcher wasn't covering. Now they throw it to second. Stockdale's still thinking about going home. He doesn't. Hey, that's a great strikeout. That's the way you got to strike out right there. The drop third strike. The catcher, Bridgewater, drops it, goes back into the left, and then Hennings is definitely getting first. Stockdale's definitely getting third, but then no one was covering home. Stockdale thought about coming home, but because there's no outs, you don't want to run yourself into something. And there's runners at second and third, with Carson Graven up to bat, who bats .348. Pitch low, 1-0. And that's what the Go Hawks do to you. They just see little ways to take more than you wanted to give them. They've got no hits on the board, but what do they have? Runners at second and third, and nobody out. Pitch high, 2-0. Chance Key is on deck, foaming at the mouth. I can tell you, he is got to be excited. Postseason game, he's on the mound. There's nobody out. There's people all over, and he's got a chance to bat next. Oh, Graven, though, won't have anybody for him to bat in, maybe. Runners from second and third come home. And sliding in headfirst at second with a 2 RBI double is Carson Graven. RBIs 21 and 22 on the year, and most importantly, runs 1 and 2 on the board for the Go Hawks here in the first, and still nobody out. Good piece of hitting there by Graven. So again, an error got Stockdale to the bag. A drop third strike got Hennings to the bag. Go Hawks hadn't earned anything to that point when then Carson Graven went and earned it. Chance Key up to bat. Key bats .371. He leads the team with 62 total bases. Tied for the team lead in RBIs with 33 as he takes a strike, and he's got the team lead in home runs with 3. One of those coming at Cedar Falls, which is a big park. The ball he hit out there would go out here as well. It's a solo shot, but in the end, it was that one run that was the difference in that Cedar Falls game. Ground ball, shortstop side, bounces. Throw to first, in time, and the runner, Graven, has to stay parked at second. So there's one out on the board. That brings up Abram Rage. Rage, a junior, batting .250 in a game brought to you by Janesville Lumber Company, Butler Bramer Communications, New Hampton Red Power, First Bank of Waverly, Plainfield, and Cedar Falls, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance, People's Insurance, Fidelity Bank and Trust, and The Scoop Feed and Supply. So Rage up to bat with one out and a runner at second base in the form of Carson Graven, who's got plenty of speed. He's being held on by the second baseman, Weiss. A lot of room on the right side of the infield as of now. Collison sets. Weiss still staying really close to the bag. Ball foul back to the screen behind home plate. Yeah, there's a netting that goes from dugout to dugout, a 3-foot stone wall. There's a mat, a Wartburg logoed mat straight behind home plate, but the other parts of the backstop area are just that construction stone. Here's the 0-1. Curveball did not curve at all. 1-1. That was way upstairs. Would have needed a step ladder to swing at that. Because that 2015 state championship banner in left field, that's got to be a big motivation for these kids to move out of this round. You can't go to state unless you get by this round. Can't win state unless you get there. There's a lot of tough steps to get what you want. What a hammered ball. Abram Rage hits it high and long into left field, and it will be caught by Yuba. Carson Graven's going to advance. That was a well-struck ball by Abram Rage. He hit it really far. High enough, though, that Yuba is able to get back to that. But Rage tagged that one as well as any ball he's hit all year. That was a well-struck ball. Sometimes in baseball you hit it hard and you're out, but you move the runner to third base. Now with Aiden Hofer batting .314, the lefty up to bat, there's lots of ways that you can score a Graven. Also lots of ways that South Tama can get out of this. Pitch just misses high and away. And Hofer's been very good. Wearing kind of that jersey, always looks a little baggy on him up top. That lefty just looks like he springs up at the ball when he swings. Didn't swing there, 2-0. Well, that's why everybody in the dugout should always feel that if something were to happen, maybe you didn't play it all year. If something were to happen, I can come in there, I can make a difference. Aiden Holford is the poster child for that this year. Strike called. I think Lance Myers can be that as well, as Lance is DHing in the hole right now. But he certainly is good. You know, if you're playing for the Go Hawks and you're not starting, you're still probably pretty darn good. It's a good program. Ball floated over the head of the shortstop and spanked into left field. An RBI single by Aiden Hofer, and the Go Hawks lead 3-0. Here in the first inning, with 2 outs in the bottom half of the first. Good hit by Hofer. Just took it right back where it came from and just floated it up over the shortstop and into the outfield grass.
Number 14, Jacob Lord.
Jacob Lord up to bat. Lord batting .175 on the year. He's a righty. When he gets a hold of it, though, it goes places. Throw to first. Close. Ooh, Hofer barely made it back. But that was close. That was a really good pickoff move by Collison. The Go Hawks in the dugout should be aware. Henley did a good job of making the tag. Hofer just barely got his fingertips in there safely. So he takes a little bit smaller lead. Now he takes off. Foul ball into the Go Hawk dugout. Look out, everybody. He goes off that little half fence. 0-1 the count to Lord. Hofer has to go back to first. That would have been Holford's best chance to steal himself into scoring position. Lord, though, can't be fooling around with letting him have strikes too much because there's 2 outs on the board. Third baseman playing way back nonchalantly right now. Now he's stepping up a little bit. Throw to first. He's back in time. But again, a nice move by Collison. That one wasn't as good as the other one, but also Holford's probably more aware. I'd like to see Holford take off here. His lead is short. Now he's going. Strike call to throw down his second. Holford is safe as the ball skips by. The infielders goes in the outfield. But a good backup job by Logan Schmidt. Disallows Holford to advance. It's 0-2 to Jacob Lord. A single could score Holford. 3-0 Go Hawks lead. Bottom of the first inning in the regional quarterfinals. The girls play regionals. The boys play sub-state. Clarksville and BCL UW are playing right now in softball, and it's 0-0 after one inning there on Y99.3. Pitch low, 1-2 to Jacob Lord. So 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second base. Go Hawks trying to get greedy and get as much as they can here in inning number 1. I told Coach Hermson I felt innings 1 and 2 were important, and he said, yeah, you can't win or lose. You can't win the game in first and second. Sometimes you can lose it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Go Hawks get 3. We go to the second inning, 3-0. WSR leads on the K-Way Sports Network.
We are family.
Hey, kids, can we give the singing a little break? It's a long way till we get to the hotel, and since we got our new quiet and comfortable riding tires from Waverly Tire Company, you don't need to sing so loud. And since Waverly Tire Company took the time to find out exactly how we use the car, We got a great set of tires that should last longer, and I even saved a little money so we can stay an extra day on vacation.
Yay!
I've got a feeling we're going to spend a little more time in the car this summer. So let's find something else to do instead of singing.
Are we there yet? Yeah, are we there yet?
Hold on. How does that go again?
We are family.
Visit Waverly Tire Company across from Dollar Tree on 4th Street South today to make sure you save money and get the best tires to keep your family safe this summer. Because at Waverly Tire Company,
We are family.
Go Hawks with the lead, 3-0 after one inning of action. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters do against Chance Key. Key looked very good after giving up a leadoff single. He mowed down the other 3. Now, one of them gave themselves up on a sacrifice, but then he struck out the next 2. Kyle Finch, the sophomore, batting .258, will lead things off. He's a right-hander. Chansky climbing up to the top of the bump. And some big white friendly clouds out, but also some big blue spots as well. The flag blowing toward left field as Chansky winds and delivers a fastball right down Bremer Avenue, strike 1. The Hawks have to feel great, though, taking that lead after what happened 2 years ago. A lot of these kids not the same in that crazy COVID year, but still, you want to take away hope. When you're the higher seed, as there's a ball fouled straight down again, 0-2. But when you're the higher seed, your job is to be a hope killer. Hope is the enemy. They're switching out baseballs. Oh, the worst thing about postseason baseball are the baseballs themselves. The state makes them use these crummy Spalding balls. I don't know if they get them at the Dollar Tree or what, but they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible baseballs. And you'll see a lot of switching of the baseballs out. Pitch outside, 1-2. And if the pitchers are seasoned like Chance Key, they will ask the umpire to remove some baseballs because they're just the worst. The state got some money, and they've been using it. They started that when I was in high school. They switched to them. Pitch outside. I think it was my senior year, perhaps, they made that deal, and I hated them. Everybody has hated them ever since. 2-2 the count to Finch, the DH, who hits for Tyrus Clegg. Here's the wind, the kick, the delivery outside, ball 3. Takes 4 balls to walk. And Go Hawks did that the other night against Cedar Falls, where they thought it was ball 4. Really, it's ball 3. A little embarrassing. Full count. Let's see what Key does. He strikes him out, swing and a miss. 3 Ks in a row by Chance Key. He puts the K in Key with the way he plays. Jacob Collison, the senior, up to bat. He bats .231. He's the pitcher for South Tama.
After the strikeout for out number 1, that brings up to the plate number 1, Jacob Collison.
Our game brought to you by Dale Howard Auto Center, Wooden Foot Saloon, CUSB Bank, Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill, Waverly Family Dentistry, and Waverly Utilities. Next pitch comes in the back door, strike 1. Strike 1 on the board already as Chance Key wasting no time with Jacob Collison getting ahead. As Coach Hermson said, that's been the key to him being great is getting ahead. Pitches outside, 1-1. In fact, here's what Coach had to say about Chance Key and why he has been so good after this pitch. I'll let you hear what Coach P.J. Hermson, a great pitcher in his own right, obviously, had to say about his ace. Pitch inside, 2-1.
Coach, Chance Key's been unhittable lately. Why?
He's been getting ahead in the counts, and that's a big thing. Obviously, with his velocity and his secondary pitches, that always helps too. But, getting ahead of hitters puts you in a good position moving forward, not only with that at-bat, but moving forward with the other guys in the lineup as well.
And ironically, he's down 2-1 in this count. Finds the back door to the slider and makes it 2-2. So 2-2 count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second inning where the Go Hawks lead 3-0 in this do-or-die tournament. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. Drop third strike, though. Rage throws to first. Dewey squeezes the baseball for out number 2. 4 strikeouts in a row by Chance Key. That'll bring up Yuba. Nolan Yuba is batting 136. He's the 7-hole hitter. Joe Hawks fans, you can hear the chatter. It's happy chatter down there. I sit right above them in the press box. Pitch right down Cherry Street, strike 1. Waverly Shell Rock, of course, doing great. Some people mistakenly call them just Waverly. B.J. Harpson, the coach, from Shell Rock, or lives in Shell Rock. We can call him from there, I guess. Ball's hit foul on the first base side. 0-2 the count. Chance's fastball is sitting 86 to 88 miles per hour right now. That'll help you win ball games, throwing upper 80s. You'd have to give me a day's notice to hit that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 Ks in a row, and he strikes out the side in the second. 3-0 Go Hawks as we head to the bottom of the second on the K-Way Sports Network.
The Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill in Waverly is the place to bring your friends and stay a while. With pizza, sandwiches, the Cedar Valley's best burgers, wraps, and amazing salads, the Dirty Dog has something for everyone. Stop in to watch the game or just grab a cold beer or your favorite drink and enjoy the great atmosphere with state-of-the-art TVs and sound system. The Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill in Waverly. Real food for real people.
First Maxfield Mutual Insurance provides protection for your home or farm you can afford, all backed by friendly hometown service. The staff at First Maxfield Mutual Insurance in Denver knows the Cedar Valley area and knows insurance. Whether you want to review your current coverage or you need some advice and a quote, we're here to provide you with personal attention and the coverage you need. For over 150 years, Cedar Valley residents have counted on us for quality protection from Farm Mutual Insurance. Contact a First Maxfield Mutual agent for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back. Matt Ray with you. 3-0 Waverly Shark with the lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. By the way, over on Y99.3 in the middle of the third, Clarksville 1, BCLUW nothing.
Getting the Go Hawks started, number 34, Lance Myers.
Lance Myers, the junior, up to bat, batting 143. He's hitting for Corbin Dewey, who's still recovering from a shoulder injury of some sort. Myers is a right-hander, the 8th hitter in the Go Hawk lineup. Sam Rose is behind him as kind of a double leadoff guy. Pitch hits the outside half, strike 1. Good pitch by Collison, who's right around the strike zone most of the time. Gave up 3 runs in the first, but an error and a drop third strike were 2 of the guys that scored. I don't think he did much wrong, only allowed the 2 hits. Ball chopped over the pitcher's head. Second baseman misplays it, throws to first, not in time. An error. Myers reaches on an E4. If the second baseman Weiss plays that right, the Go Hawks wouldn't have a runner, but for the second inning in a row, there's been an error at second base for the leadoff man to reach. That brings up Sam Rose, who's a junior, batting 260.
After the single, that brings up to the plate number 10, Sam Rose.
Rose, the last guy to get a first look on Jacob Collison, who once again is pitching better than the scoreboard would indicate, but it takes 9 boys to win a game, not just one. Pitch hits the top of the zone right across the letters to Sam Rose. Our game brought to you by Denver Insurance Agency, also Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill, Jerry Rolling Motors, American Family Insurance, Christie DeMuth Agency, Inc., Johnson Financial Services, Dale Service, and Folkert's Financial Solutions. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Myers is safe at second. Oh, almost overslid the bag. Almost overslid the bag, but it was able to just hold on for dear life. Did they call him out? What's going on here? Was it a foul ball? What was interference? It was interference. They call him out for interference, send him back to the bag. So, interference, out 1. So he interfered with the throw down his second, did Sam Rose, they say. Lance Myers is back at first, so that's what happened. Don't see that very often. Stockdale reached on an error and scored a run his last time up. There's 1 out. In the bottom of the second, Go Hawks lead 3-0. Throw over to the runner at first. By the way, Decorah and Benton, I think, is a great game. In the second inning, Benton 4, Decorah 1 right now. The Go Hawks had beat both of those teams. Of course, they won the season series over Decorah and beat Benton in their one try. Close games with both of them, though. I think both those teams are pretty darn good. Runner takes off. Myers is safe, so he steals second eventually. Stockdale's got a chance to bring him home. Stockdale, the right-hander, bats in the one spot for Waverly Sharrock. And this is postseason baseball. Every pitch matters. Go Hawks trying to put it on the Trojans early. Curveball slides off the table. Ball. Stockdale always thinking inside the box. You can tell, calculating what might be next. Collison sets, looks at the runner at second that's being held on by the shortstop. Steps off the rubber, diving back is Myers. Go Hawks hosting here at Hurdle Field. They earn the right to do that as they are the 2 seed. A close vote got the 2 seed over Clear Creek Amana. Pitch outside. Ball 3. Stockdale might have to not do much to get first base here. He wouldn't mind that one bit. Ethan Hennings is on deck. Carlson still going from the stretch. He sets sternum high, turns and fakes like he's going to throw. Myers darts back to the bag. Dylan Stockdale still waiting. Boy, the patience of Job here on this at-bat. It's outside. Ball 4. Stockdale takes his base. He's on for the second time today. That brings up Ethan Hennings, who reached on a drop third strike and eventually scored back in inning number 1 as Coach Cook going to come out and have a conversation with Collison on the mound. And this is a tough place to play. I mentioned that, the Go Hawks have home field advantage, and one of the things is the outfield is one of the biggest advantages. I talked to Coach about that.
Teams come here and they have a hard time playing the outfield. Is that a big advantage for you to be hosting possibly 2 rounds here?
I would say so. Just, obviously this is a bigger outfield than most high school fields. And so just having that advantage of our kids being used to that out in the outfield on defense, I think is helpful for us.
Yeah, so Coach says, I think it's helpful for us. I think it's helpful as well. And right now, they got a pitcher for South Tama has really made his first mistake of the game, walking Dylan Stockdale. But you got to kind of talk him back into comfort. You got to get the infield in, talk them back into comfort, because it's been mistakes. Again, errors, 2 of them, drop third strike. If it wasn't for the interference call, thered be no outs on the board, perhaps. Ethan Hennings, the righty, waiting for the delivery from Collison with runners at first and second. Myers at second. Stockdale at first. The first baseman's playing way in. Pitch is low. Now they expect Hennings to bunt. I'm not sure he will. He's a good bunter, but I'm not sure he will here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but I think he's swinging. There's a swing and a foul tip. 1-1. But Henley has to play in, has to be ready for that. Field, turf field, so you stand on the green part that's supposed to look like grass. Collison throwing 72 to 75 miles per hour in his fastball. Compare that to 86 to 88 for Chance Key in this ball game. Curveball hits the inside corner. A good pitch. 1-2. That is a pitcher's pitch. But you got a kid throwing 12 miles an hour faster than the other kids. 75, that's really hittable. And that's not like bad velocity, but it's that velocity that's comfortable for a team used to, playing against good pitching, but also is hittable. Pitch low, 2-2. And it goes somewhere when you hit it when it's 75, 72 to 75, which is not a bad velocity. It ain't 86 to 88. And the Go Hawks had never had a kid that threw 86 to 88 until Chance Key. There was nobody. The Go Hawks have never had that. Pitch outside, not in my 13 or 14 years, whatever it's been that I've been doing this. They've not had that. Coach Clinter used to tell me that, to get it done, we haven't had one of those guys. Now Chance Key is one of those guys. And the Go Hawks have been utilizing that for sure. Runners at first and second, full count to Hennings. The pitch, hit on the ground, shortstop side. Should be an out. Oh, no, he doesn't throw. That's a single. Ethan Hennings is so fast that the shortstop decided to eat it. He couldn't get the out at second. Hennings is screaming down the line, and that's an infield single. The bases are loaded for Carson Graven, who had a bases-clearing double his last time up. Now, there were two on the base paths. Don't hear me wrong, thinking there were loaded bases. But this is a great chance for Waverly Shellrock. Go Hawks nesting everywhere. They're already up 3-0, and Carson Graven, who had a double his last time up, is facing Collison again. Pitch bounces in the turf. Good block by Bridgewater, because if he doesn't block it, Myers is coming home. Clouds in front of the sun, which is just over the top of Bartles, which is to the left and beyond the railroad tracks here at Hurdle Field. Pitch outside, 2-0. A walk would score a run as well. Carlson's a kid who's not walked many on the year, but the Go Hawks have a way of putting pressure on you and making you do things you've not done all year, especially in the mistake department. Carlson is going from the windup. Pitch low, 3-0. Graven will not swing at this. He will not swing at this with bases loaded. Coach Ryan Willis, hand on chin, waiting for somebody else to coach on the first base side. Now he puts his hands on his hips. Here's the pitch. Strike called. An inside corner. Generous spot. Not a bad spot, but generous. As you would expect on the 3-0. Three-one count to Graven, who's a dangerous hitter with that white compression sleeve on his right arm. He watches one outside, ball 4. That'll walk in, run number 4. That's a Folkerts Financial Services insurance run. Help insure your family's future by calling Folkerts Financial Services. Stockdale at third, Hennings at second, Graven at first, Chance Key at the plate.
Number 25, Chance Key.
Key had a ground out to short. Not what he wanted last time up. Let's see what he does here with the bases full of Go Hawks and a 4-0 lead. Pitch outside, ball. It's tough. You Collison, you've walked 2 of the last 3. And you want to throw strikes, but you can't throw the spicy meatball because Chance Key will devour it. He crushes those. We just gave him one. There's a ground ball. Shortstop dives for it, throws to second in time, but there is a run scored. That was a hard-hit ground ball. Great play by Kyler Smith, who dove for it. Threw to second to get Graven out for number 2. Hennings goes to third. Stockdale comes home to score, and the Go Hawks lead 5-0 in our RBI fielder's choice by Chance Key. Well struck, but a really good play. If that ball gets through, there's 2 runs that would have scored. Courtesy running at first base is Jude Landers. Runners at first and third with Abram Rage up to bat. Rage hit one well, but it was out. Left field.
In a run for the Go Hawks, number 31, Jude Landers.
Steal if you're Landers.
To the plate, number 17, Abram Rage.
Because I don't think South Tama is going to throw down his second. I just don't think they will. With Hennings at third, I wouldn't do it. You don't even need to have a good jump. I think you just need not a big lead, get a decent little jump, go to second, because if they throw down there, Hennings will go home, and then they just have to get you gunned down. I just don't know if that's a risk you'd be willing to take if you're the Trojans down 5-0. Here the runner takes off. Throw is not going to be made. They don't even throw it. Landers gets ready to dive home and then hears from his coach up, and he stays up. It's a strike called the Rage. So a single would score 2. The Go Hawks are already up 5-0 on the Trojans. The pitch. Bounces off the catcher's mask. He dives, sliding his innings. Did he get underneath it? Safe. The ball bounced in front of the catcher toward the third base side. Catcher Gavin Bridgewater goes after it, and he gets it right as Hennings is next to him. Hennings hits the turf really, slides feet first. The flap of the tag was not on, and Hennings is run number 6. Another Folkerts Financial Services insurance run, and then Landers went over to third while that all was happening. Ground ball up the middle. Rage going to be close at first. Oh, it's not picked up by Smith. That's a single. That would have been a tough play for Smith. He was going over to the second base bag. He ranged to get to that ball, but did not get it. Rage knocks it up the middle. Courtesy runner comes in for him as he knocks home Landers. Foster will be the courtesy runner. It's 7-0 already, Go Hawk fans. 7-0.
Number 33, Nolan Foster. And to the plate,
Aiden Hopert up to bat. He had a singles last time up.
Hopert.
Give Kyler Smith a lot of credit on that play. He almost made a really nice play. Came a long ways. He got some leather on it, but it would have been a great play. That's why I give Rage the single on that. Go Hawks just keep putting it into play, and things happen well. Good things happen when you do that. Throw to first. Foster's back way before the throw gets there. Still in the bottom of the second. Go Hawks pouring it on. They need to keep doing it. Pitch high and tight. Throw down to second. Foster is out. Oh, safe. Ooh. Umpire's got a better view at it than I did. I thought he was out for my first look. You heard me say out, and then he called safe. So it must have been Foster reaching his hands kind of around the tag. Almost hit Hofer in the jaw as well, did the pitch. Next pitch on the outer half, strike one. 1-1 count. Still another Go Hawk available to be knocked in as Foster stole second. A lot of room on the left side of the infield, as you would expect with a runner at second and a lefty up to bat. Although I think Hofer pushes it that way more than he pulls it to the right field side, and I would do the opposite based on my own scouting of just seeing Hofer play as much as I have. But as soon as you do that, that's the time he pulls it. The 2-1 outside and low. 3-1 now to Hopert, who's the 8th batter of the inning. Only Jacob Lord's not batted in this inning yet. Flag still lifted off the pole, but definitely not darting around. Holford watches one miss, and he'll toss the bat and jog to first. Runners at first and second. Jacob Lord up to bat. Lord was a strikeout victim in the inning number 1 when the Go Hawks scored 3 runs. They put up 4 runs in this inning.
After the walk, that brings up to the plate number 14, Jacob Lord.
Lord using the black bat, white batting gloves, black helmet, white jersey, pinstripes are black. Love those jerseys. Inside pitch, hit on the ground off the handle. Third baseman misplays it, goes to his bag and tags it. That is a force out, and that is the end of the inning. But the Go Hawks put up another big number. They're up 7-0 after a 4-run second. Be back with the third inning on the K-Way Sports Network.
Team, a group of people working together toward a common vision. Dr. Alan Young of Waverly Family Dentistry has set his team's goals as to exceed the patient's expectations. Dr. Young and his team sees a patient's mouth not as it is, but as it can become. Nothing is impossible. They can turn obstacles into possibilities. At Waverly Family Dentistry, Dr. Alan Young can take common dental problems and attain uncommon results. They do this because in Dr. Young's eyes, his patients are simply the best.
Feel like a kid again with Waverly Utilities. Faster internet is like a new toy. Remember how thrilled you were when you got a new scooter or remote-controlled car? Feel like a kid again by treating yourself to a new internet plan with Waverly Utilities. With speeds up to 10 gigabytes, you can play through your day with endless excitement. Call now to get enrolled with new internet from Waverly Utilities.
Making life better, making life easy. Waverly Utilities.
7-0 Waverly Shark with the lead in this sub-state quarterfinal. Matt Ray with you as the 8-9-1 hitters at the South Tama Trojans coming up to bat. This is still them going through the lineup for the first time. Drayson Henley, the senior, batting .212 as a righty, facing Chansky, who has struck out 5 in a row. The only guy who hasn't struck out was somebody who sacrificed bunted. That was Weiss, who sack bunted. Of the outs, again, 5 of the 6 have been via Ks. And this all comes after he gave up a leadoff single. The lights being turned on here at Harm Stadium at Hurdle Field. The 1-0. Strike called right at the knees. Again, 86-88 is where Chansky's fastball has been sitting. Batting gloveless Henley waiting for the 1-1. Fouls that one off, 1-2. Spooked a couple of young boys walking down the back way. Did the international. I didn't flinch. Did you flinch? Key winds, kicks, fires, got him, swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts in a row. That'll bring up Logan Schmidt. Schmidt, batting .219, is a senior right-hander and the 9-hitter. Our game brought to you by Waverly Box and Pallet, Chadheim Excavating, Yoder Construction, Taco John's, and Waverly Shark Area United Way. Of course, they have Christmas in July going on. Donate hygiene products and toiletries. Swing and a miss, a little off-speed action. Schmidt wasn't ready for that. Gets so geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden you're ahead of it. Keys ahead in the count. Next pitch, chopped foul. First base side. Coach Bridgewater, the assistant coach, will get to that ball, give it back to Chansky. 1 out, nobody on. Chansky has been amazing again. Think of that night in South Wind where he and Foster were part of that 19 strikeout performance in 7 innings. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout, 7 in a row. That brings up Kyler Smith, who led the game off with a single his last time up.
After the strikeout for out number 2, that brings the Trojans back to the top of their order. And to the plate, number 5, Kyler Smith.
So Kyler Smith up to bat. I've been impressed with the way he plays the field. Obviously got the game's only hit for South Tama thus far. Go Hawks only have 4 hits, but they have 7 runs. Pitch outside, ball 1. Go Hawks, not a ranked team. But I tell you what, you put Chansky on the mound, they're a ranked team to me. Pitch down the middle, strike 1 called. Yeah, I think Go Hawks have a number of good pitchers, but Key's in the great category. He's in the great category. If he's on the mound, I don't give a darn about what the rankings are. The Go Hawks have a chance to win every game he pitches. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. After 4 innings on Y99.3, Clarksville leads BCLUW in softball action. That's regional semifinal softball. Be a regional game tomorrow. 4:45 out goal in the air in Kiwi Country. Sumner Fredericksburg. Chipola hosts center point Urbana. Ball popped up. Second base side. Rose waiting for it. Makes the grab. And at least he didn't strike out. 3 up, 3 down. 7-0 Go Hawks lead as we go to the bottom of the third on the Kiwi Sports Network.
Life is complicated enough. Why not simplify it? Hi, I'm Andrew Kaler with the Denver Insurance Agency. Our multi-policy discounts offer great ways to get lower rates for each policy, and it's a perfect way to make sure our customers get our best deals. Call today. Let's talk savings when we bundle your farm, home, and auto insurance. We're Denver Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual Insurance provider. Call today. 984-6151. We're committed to making sure our customers get our best deals.
Show your hometown pride and give back to area booster clubs by ordering a MyPick school mascot debit card from Fidelity Bank and Trust. Visit bankfidelity.bank to get yours today. Each quarter, we'll donate to the school's booster club, totaling $5 per card ordered. Don't see your school card? Contact us to learn how to get added. Fidelity Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Waverly Tire Company pitching change as Jordan Bly goes from third to second base. At third base is Collison, who comes off the mound, and the new pitcher, Daniel Weiss. He is a right-handed sophomore with a 2-2 record. Opponents bat 164 against him. His ERA is 3.29. He struck out 30, walked 16, and hit 5 in 27 2/3 innings of work on the season.
Number 34, Lance Myers.
Lance Myers up to begin the inning. Get a little deja vu. That's exactly how we started the last inning. It ended up being a biggin. Lance Myers will face Weiss. Here's the pitch. Bunt, third base side. That's gonna just roll foul. Boy, Myers had a decent little run at that one, but it just curled foul. That would have been a hit had it stayed fair. Now, the element of surprise is gone, so he will be swinging, most likely. But what a nice idea by Lance Myers, the designated hitter this evening. Weiss from the windup. Delivers one that swung on and missed by Myers, 0-2 now the count. The winner of this will play Monday here at Hurdle against either Clear Creek Amana or Charles City. Try to get some score updates from that, if at all possible. Pitch high. Been exchanging scores with Randy over at the Cora station. Last we heard, Benton was leading 4-1. Go Hawks leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the third. Myers fouls one off. Will bounce off the side screen and go right over to Coach Willis. We'll lob it back to his dugout. We're doing Stockdale. Will pick it up and be ready to give it to the umpire when he gets the opportunity. He's in the hole right now. Here's the 1-2. Ball popped up over my head here in the press box. Stays 1-2. Get so used to the Harms Stadium portion of this field. Kind of forget the old look, that green press box with a fence I had to climb up over to sit up on the roof. Didn't mind sitting on the roof on a lot of nights like this. Pitch outside, 2-2. The concession stand was right underneath us. You could just smell the brats brewing from underneath me. But this, in what one of the guys sitting down below me, Rick Willis, and the athletic staff, swing and a miss, strike 3, did to this stadium, though, has made it so much better. This is just a beautiful complex, and kudos to those at Wartburg College that made this possible.
After the strikeout for out number 1, that brings up to the plate for the Go Hawks, number 10, Sam Rose.
Sam Rose up to bat. He interfered with the catchers last time up. I've got to remember, does that count against your official at-bats or not? I'm not sure on that. I'm guessing it might. Pitch low, 1-0 to Rose. So you Western Dubuque taking on Crestwood. You got to put your money in Western Dubuque in that game tonight in Farley. Benton's leading Decorah last we heard. The winner of those two games will play at Farley Community Park on Monday. Pitch inside. As I said, the winner of this one plays either CCA or Charles City. Charles City playing a game tonight. I wonder how distracting all the stuff that happened at the softball game is for that affair. Ground ball bounces third baseman, steps in front of the third baseman, throws it to first, picked it first on the bounce by Henley, and there's an out. And wiser men than me have my phone number, and that's always a good thing. It does not count against his batting average.
Number 2, that brings up to the plate. Number 4,
That
Dylan
was Darren Svensson letting me know that. Thank you, Darren. Dylan Stockdale up to bat. He's 0 for 1 and reached on an error, a walk, and scored twice so far. Ball bounces home, 1-0. Last we heard, Clear Creek Amana was smashing Charles City 7-0 in the top of the third, so very much like this game here, which is 7-0. Pitch outside. I think Clear Creek Amana, the Clippers, feel a little bit miffed that they aren't the 2 seed. And from what I heard, there's a little politicking that went into that, is they tried to be the 1 seed when Western Dubuque was clearly the 1 seed, and that lost them as the ball hit on the line at second base and caught for out number 3. But that lost them Western Dubuque's vote for who should be 2 seed and gave it to Waverly Sharrock, and the Go Hawks don't mind that one bit. The Go Hawks are off the board as they go down in order there, but they're up 7-0 as we go to the 4th inning. Go Hawks with the lead here at home on the K-Way Sports Network.
If you want the right car and you want it simple, there's no pressure, we just here to please ya. Cherry Rolling Motors is right for you.
40 years of sales. 40 years of service. 40 years of commitment.
Hi, I'm Craig Gunderson, General Manager.
And I'm Caleb Admire, Sales Manager.
And we're here to celebrate 40 years of being in business.
We would like to thank our community, employees, and our loyal customers for the opportunity to serve all of your needs over the past 40 years.
Here at Jerry Rolling, we're proud to call Waverly home. Our success is a result of this great community standing with us over the past 40 years.
As we navigate the future, one thing is certain. We look forward to providing exceptional sales, service, and support to our community and customers alike. That is our commitment to you.
From all of us at Jerry Rolling, thank you.
Cherry Rolling Motors, right for you. Cherry Rolling Motors, right for you.
7-0 Waverly Shark with the lead as South Tama comes up to bat with their 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the top of the 4th inning. Daniel Weiss, who's now the pitcher, will be facing Chance Key, who already has 7 strikeouts, is sitting consistently 86 to 88 miles per hour on that fastball. As the lefty flares one straight down the middle, strike 1. He's just throwing heat, and he's got the tertiary pitches to go with it. There's few things you can do when a guy is on like that. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Throughout this inning, top and bottom, we'll take a look at some famous events that occurred on this date in baseball history as well. Normally do that later, but that may be a do it while you can sort of thing with the way this game has been going. The Go Hawks leading 7-0. Pitch down the middle, swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 1 out. Jordan Bly up to bat. He struck out looking his last time up. Let's say 1918, Babe Ruth's blast over the fence at Fenway scored Amos Strunk as the Red Sox won 1-0 over Cleveland. Now back then, though, if the winning run was hit on a home run, was someone was on, the winning run was on the base paths, it was ruled as a triple. Ball chopped in the air. Catcher will pick it up, bare hand, Rage throws to first. What a fine play that was. A 2-3 put out. That ball was chopped right in front of the dish. Electing to bare hand was Rage. That was the perfect decision. He threw it to first and got the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Kevin Bridgewater, who struck out swinging his last time up. Now, Babe Ruth would get 11 home runs on the season, though he played just 95 games and was pitcher. It tied the AL batting, the home run title with those 11. It changed the world, though, in the upcoming years when it came with home to home run stats. Pitch outside 1-0. And really a fatal play changed baseball forever. And is part of the reason why Babe Ruth was able to do what he did. Because back in the day, you could play with the dirtiest ball. You'd hide it. Basically, the thing was camouflage. Pitch comes in, but a pitcher had a camouflage, dirty ball and a sticky, icky game come and strike the batter in the head and kill them. And they said after that, you have to replace any ball that's dirty. You have to play with white baseballs that allowed guys to see the ball better. And Babe Ruth came up at just the right time to change everything. And obviously, he had to be Babe Ruth hitting-wise to go with that. But had he come up earlier, probably not hitting 60 in a year, 714 in a career. 2 outs, nobody on, 3-0 count. Chance Key winds, kicks, delivers. Strike called on the outer half, 3-1. Western Dubuque leads Crestwood 4-0 at the end of 4. Closer game than I expected. And after 3, as I mentioned before, CCA leads Charles City 7-0. The winner of this will play the winner of that Clear Creek Amana Charles City game. Next pitch is outside. Ball 4, the first walk issued by Chance Key in this ball game to accompany his 8 strikeouts. 2 outs. Now a runner on. Kyle Finch of Tibet. He struck out swinging his last time up. This day in baseball history, in 1949, Monty Irvin and Hank Thompson become the first black players for the Giants. Thompson was also the first black man to play for the St. Louis Browns. Starts at second base. Irvin pitches in the 8th. When Thompson is in against Don Newcomb, it becomes the first time in the majors when a black pitcher and a black hitter faced off. The Dodgers would win that game 4-3. First pitch to Finch is outside, 1-0. Now, Chansky's got a runner at first base. He's not been as deadly picking guys off as he has in the past. Now, part of that is his reputation is known, but you got to be careful. Pitch outside, snap back throw. They're going to get him. Oh, he's safe. The throw was good, but the pirouette by Dewey was not in time. I think that's the right call. The ball beat him there, but Dewey didn't turn and tag in time. That's the right call. The ball beat him by a long ways. Bridgewater was dead. Dead in the water. But Dewey just didn't turn and tag fast enough. Well, there's the throw to first. Now he's out. They picked him off. Chance Key knew he could get him. And that'll end the inning. Kyle Finch will bat next inning. 7-0 Go Hawks as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network.
Honey, what are you eating? Get out of there. We don't eat dog food. If you've got kids and a dog, then that probably sounds familiar. But why are you feeding your dog something you're afraid your kids will also eat? Shop for your dog food at the Scoop Feed and Supply at the corner of Wagner Road and Airline Highway in Waterloo for the best food for your dogs from Victor, Exclusive, Signature, and From, and more. At the Scoop Feed and Supply, they're proud to carry the best food to keep your dog healthy and happy for many years to come. So if you're serious about your dog's health and well-being, get their food from the experts at the Scoop Feed and Supply in Waterloo today. The Scoop Feed and Supply. They feed everything but humans.
Hi, this is Adam with Folkerts Financial Strategies. Life is busy with kids, activities, work, and that much-needed vacation. Who has time to think about retirement and life insurance? Well, we do at Folkerts Financial Strategies, and we'll worry about your insurance coverage and your retirement plan so you can get back to living your busy life. Come see us here at 410 West Bremer Avenue. Folkerts Financial Strategies.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network, K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Bottom of the 4th inning, the Go Hawks will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due against Daniel Weiss of South Tama. By the way, over on Y99.3, Clarksville softball after 5 innings leads BCLUW 8-0. It's 7-0 here.
Number 8, Ethan Henning.
We're going to continue our look at this day in baseball history, by the way, as Ethan Henning's up to bat. He's 1 for 2. He reached on a drop third strike, a single, and scored 2 runs in the ball game. Weiss facing him for the first time. Flutters one just outside. Didn't miss by a ton, but Hennings knew it missed, and the umpire knew it missed, and those are the 2 most important people to know that. Lights are on here, Hurdle. Pitch low, 2-0. Darren Svensson, who's been helping us out, Bremer County resident now. His wife, Katie Jo Svensson, the sports information director. I got text from both of the Svenssons today. Katie Jo getting ready to do her job and help me out do my job for Wartburg football, and I'm looking forward to that. She was more than enough help the last time around. Pitch outside, ball 4. Hennings is on to begin this inning. That brings up Carson Graven, who's 1 for 1 of the double, a walk and a run scored. A couple RBIs as well.
After the walk, that brings to the plate number 1, Carson Graven.
Graven, a right-hander. Hennings at first. Sun is in the eyes of the first baseman. It's that time of day. There's just a little hole in the clouds, just enough for the sun to poke on through, and it will play tricks with Henley, who does not have sunglasses. He's using his throwing hand to block the sun along with the bill of his cap. So get a bigger lead. Pitch is wild. Going to second is Hennings. 2-0 the count to Graven. This day in 1951, the feud between Joe DiMaggio and Casey Stengel reached a head. In the second inning of a game, because of a misplay at first, Stengel sends in Jackie Jensen out to center field to relieve the Yankee Clipper after he'd already taken his position. A big show up of Joe DiMaggio. Not many people do that, but Casey Stengel sure did. Runner at second, nobody out. There's a conference on the mound with Weiss and the entire infield. Gives us time to tell you this in 1976. Randy Jones beat the Cubs 6-3 for his 16th win of the year for the Padres, an NL record for wins of the All-Star break. Now in the second half of the year, the Padre lefty would lose 7 games by 1 run, including 2 1-0 scores. Ouch. That's why all those nauseous to me sports commentators, he's on pace. Ball softly grounded. Catcher picks it up, throws it to first, and Graven's retired. Very reminiscent of what happened last half inning. It does move the runner over to third, and there's 1 out on the board. But yeah, those he's on pace. On pace. I mean, we got in love with that. That's on pace to yada, yada, yada back in 1998. And everything happened in 1998, and the on pace stuff worked. But I just don't like the he's on pace to, because in baseball, law of averages comes back to get you somehow, some way. Chance Key up to bat. Strike at the top of the zone called. Key's 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a fielder's choice and a ball he hit over to shortstop. Runners at third base. That's Ethan Hennings with 1 out. Lots of ways you can score him. Weiss throws one that hits Key, and he gets his base. Brings up Abram Rage, who's 1 for 2 with 2 really well hit balls. A fly ball into deep left field that was caught, and then a single that was smashed to score some back in the second. Courtesy runner is Jude Landers. The Go Hawks will try to steal here.
Number 17, Abram Rage.
Our final this day in baseball history, 1982, Billy Martin reached his 1,000th career win as a manager of the A's, and of course he beat the Yankees 6-3. Probably felt good to beat a George Steinbrenner-owned team. Oh, that hits him in the back of the head, and Rage will take his base. That didn't feel good, as he threw the bat behind him kind of down and out of pain. Not wildly or anything, but just you could tell that smarted. One of those painful ones. I think it might have hit him just below the helmet, towards the neck as well, but he seems to be doing okay. It just caught him by surprise in part and hurt a little one. Sure.
Number 33, Nolan Foster.
So 2 courtesy runners out there as Foster's at first. Bases are loaded. Aiden Hopert up to bat. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. He's the Go Hawk lefty. Only 1 out there. Pitches inside. His Key bats right-handed, but pitches, plays first base left-handed, will play second base and right field right-handed, strangely enough. Pitch hits the outside corner. 1-1 to Hopert. Bottom of the 4th inning. Should the Go Hawks score 3 runs in this inning, they could end it early in the top half of the 5th. Curveball swoops in for strike 2. Hopert didn't look at it. That was a big moving baseball. That really went from the top of the zone to the bottom. It was slow as all get up. but it moved a ton. Hofer wasn't ready for it. First time we've seen that really slow curve. Set up is outside, high and away goes the pitch, 2-2 the count. And bases loaded as the sun snuck behind that cloud again. Beautiful night for baseball. Most nights, in my opinion, are. Ball popped up over the shortstop's head. That's going to be caught in the grass, tagging up and thinking about coming home as Hennings. The throw goes there, and he goes back to third. He feigned like he was going as that ball was popped over Kyler Smith's head. Smith had to reach back, tried to catch it in a way that he was still facing home plate, managed to do that. That's really good awareness from him, knowing that the runner was going to try to take off, so he wanted to make sure he could still make a throw to home.
Number 14, Jacob Lord.
So 2 outs on the board. Jacob Lord up to bat. Lord is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. He's ended the first and second innings with outs. Doesn't want to do it here in the fourth. Pitch is high, ball 1. Lord, the third baseman for Waverly Shell Rock, steps out of the box, leans back, looks at his bat, now comes back in and holds on to his sword, waiting for the next delivery. Ground ball in the hole. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The Go-Hawks are up 9-0 with the end early run standing at second. So a couple of runs score on the RBI one-bagger by Jacob Lord. Again, Lord had ended the first inning with an out, ended the second inning with an out, and he said not a third time. That brings up Lance Myers, the designated hitter, hitting for Corbin Dewey, who's battling that shoulder injury. Got cleared to play the field tonight, but not to bat, as he was experiencing pain when he would swing his bat, which is too bad because he led the Go-Hawks in RBIs and still tied for the lead in RBIs despite now playing for about a week and a half. Lance Myers has reached on an error and scored and also struck out. Inside pitch fouled back. 0-1. Coach B.J. Hermsen pacing around a bit in the third base coach's box on the field turf at Hurdle, home of the Wartburg College Knights and the summer home of your Waverly Charlotte Go-Hawks. Swing and a miss by Myers and a ball that ran away from his bat. 0-2 the count. 340 down the lines, 360 to straightaway, to the power alleys, I should say, 380 to straightaway center field here at expansive Hurdle Field. Ball popped over the head of the second baseman, drops in front of the right fielder. Runner coming around third to home. It's Foster, and the Go-Hawks are up 10. Lord goes to third. Lance Myers with an RBI single, and that brings up Sam Rose, the 8th batter of the inning. I'm told that before my time, I said I hadn't had a Go-Hawk pitcher hit 86 to 88 in my time, my 13, 14 seasons doing this. Corey Carlson said Joe Green sat at 87 in 03. Joe Green was a heck of an athlete. So he sat 87, so about the same as Chance Key, but those guys just don't come around very often, swing and a miss. Some of you go, well, 03 is not that long ago. It's 19 years. You're getting old. I am too. It didn't feel that old to me until you do the math and you realize that's 19 years ago. Here's the, well, before the 01, a double move. You know, Joe Green, mean Joe Green. Not that mean Joe Green, but Joe Green, again, a great athlete for Waverly, Shell Rock, in all sports. Pitch hits the inside corner, 0-2. Nothing Waverly. Shell Rock here in the bottom of the fourth. They want some more runs so they can try to guarantee that they can get out of this thing early, which would be big. Get you a little more rest going in to the next round, the semifinals of sub-state action, when you're probably going to be playing Clear Creek Amana, who was leading last that we heard 7-0 over Charles City. And Charles City is one of those teams, kind of weird to me. When they're at their best, boy, they can beat you. Fly ball into left field. Left fielder is playing way too shallow. He goes back. It's over his head. 2 runs will score. That is a double for Sam Rose. Why was Yuba playing so shallow? 12-0 Go-Hawks. Yuba was playing so shallow I didn't happen to notice that he snuck in that far. Rose hit it well over his head, and he was just lost going back on that one. He would have had to be Willie Mays to make the over-the-shoulder catch on that.
Number 4, Dylan Stockdale.
Playing Jim Edmonds' depth out there. Dylan Stockdale, the 9th hitter of this inning, up to bat with the Go Hawks up 12-0. Pitch outside, blocked by Bridgewater, the catcher for South Tama. South Tama with the baby blue and whites. They're the Trojans, and they allegedly, according to my South Tama sources, ball foul back, allegedly got that color scheme because of the product that has the same name as their mascot. Not sure why you would go with that, try to match that up, but it's allegedly how they got their color scheme. It's a nice color scheme. Weird reason to have it, though. 2 outs, runner at second base. Ball hit on the ground, second base side, fielded by Bly. He'll throw to first, and the inning is over. But the Go Hawks got enough runs to make this one possibly just 3 outs longer. We'll be back after this. 12-0 Go Hawks lead as we go to the top of the 5th on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Tony Howard with Dale Howard Auto Center of Waverly, and we're happy to introduce ourselves as the newest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer in the Cedar Valley, located at the former Krieger Auto location. We've been family-owned and operated since 1975, and we're excited about the opportunity to serve Waverly and the greater Cedar Valley area. At Dale Howard Auto Center, we're committed to helping you get there. Whether that means a new or pre-owned vehicle for your family or business, or having our service department help keep your current vehicle on the road, let us help you get there at Dale Howard Auto Center in Waverly.
Your wedding day will be beautiful and hectic. Sunrise Catering in Reedland believes you shouldn't have to worry about the catering on your big day. Sunrise Catering will handle everything, whether you have a formal sit-down or buffet-style meal. From paper and linens to silverware and china, Sunrise Catering will get it done. Plus, the food is amazing. Call Bev for reservations, 279-4089. You'll have plenty to think about on your wedding day. Catering won't be one of them when you trust Sunrise Catering in Reedland.
Welcome back. Go Hawks lead by a score of 12-0. Last we heard, Clear Creek Amana leading 8-0. In the bottom of the third, last we heard, about 24 seconds ago, that was tweeted out as the first pitch strike to Kyle Finch. We have a final on Y99.3. I'll give that to you in just a little bit. As Chansky and company 3 outs away from a win. Here's the pitch. High. 1-1. So on Y99.3, Clarksville softball beats BCLUW 9-0. So congratulations, the Indians moving to the precipice of states. They go to the regional championship. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on Finch. Chansky way ahead as usual. And way ahead of the bats. See if he can put him down for strikeout number 9. Foul tip there by Finch as it went straight down. Just barely got a piece of it. It's a little sound of bat on ball. In a tremendous crowd here. The Go Hawk fans got to feel pretty darn good. Benton leading Decorah 7-0 in the top of the 5th. Drop third strike. They tag him, and there's the out. So Benton's on top of Decorah, and I thought that was possible. I think that's a really good game. 7-5 in the top of the 5th. Benton with the lead. If I were to just choose to pick what game I wanted to go in this upstate, I would have gone with that game. Having seen both teams, I think they're a good matchup with each other. 1 out, nobody on. Jacob Collison up to bat. He struck out swinging his last time up against Chansky. Swing and a miss. A heater got him for strike 1. Chansky looking in. Rage squatting all the way down like a gymnast. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cricket Commander now leading 9-0. So it looks like the Go Hawks will get the Clippers should a massive comeback happen. That'll be on Monday here at Hurdle if the Go Hawks can finish this off. We'll be here course, as well, about 6:40. Ball fouled away toward the not-so-dry run. That's a monster matchup. I mean, Western Dubuque, Clear Creek, Amana, Waverly, Shell Rock, the cream of the crop in this sub-state, and all three of them capable of getting to state. Breaking pitch outside, 1-2. And 1 out, nobody on. Waiting on the 1-2 delivery from Chance Key. Ooh, almost got him. In those scores, Clear Creek Amana up 9-0. In the bottom of the third last we heard, so that's who the Go Hawks, if they can get by this South Tama team, which they most probably will, that's who they play on Monday. Here's the 2-2. Got him. Strikeout number 10. Chance Key in double digits again. Again, he struck out 14 at Decorah, struck out 11 in just 4 innings
After the strikeout
at South Winneshiek. And now he's got 10 here. He has been a machine, an absolute machine, a strikeout machine at that. Nolan Yuba is South Tama's last chance. Strike one, last chance. The Go Hawks hoping he's the last Chance Key strikeout. Chance Key going from the windup with nobody on and 2 outs. That's a strike called by Blue behind the plates. 0-2 the count. Go Hawk fans are ready to give that final cheer. That final cheer could be 1 pitch away. Here it comes. Game over. Strike 3. Chance Key finishes with 11 strikeouts and only 1 hit allowed. That 1 hit came on the first at-bat of the game. Everybody else was put down. One other guy walked, but then he was picked off on the bags. So Chance Key near perfect. The Go Hawks win 12-0 as they advance to host Monday's sub-state semifinal, where it looks right now that they'll play the Clippers of Clear Creek Amana. 12-0, Waverly Shell Rock with a big win over South Tama. We will come back in just a bit with a post-game show. We'll check the Waverly box and pallet box score and hear from Coach B.J. Hermson. Once again, 12-0, Go Hawks with the win. They're moving on to the next round on the K-Way Sports Network.
See you